Oh, that's fantastic. I'm gonna show you how to make these delicious spice lamb flatbreads. Think fluffy rolled flatbreads stuffed with sumac-y onions, spiced and diced lamb, and then drenched in a garlicky yogurt and some melted butter. I'm gonna show you how to make your own flatbreads, plus that delicious, delicious spice lamb filling. It's deceptively easy, wonderful. This is the Waitrose series where we take a simple ingredient and show you how to turn it into an incredible dinner. Today, it's all about Greek yogurt. I reckon the majority of the country probably has a tub of Greek yogurt in their fridge. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's an incredible ingredient. Think about the landscape of dips. It's a lovely addition to soups, stews, curries, a bit of dairy richness without too much guilt. It's incredible in marinades, not just for flavor, because it's so high in lactic acid that actually breaks down the protein structures, so it makes meat and fish more tender. I really like using it as a replacement in doughs and breads and baking, and that's actually quite an amazing segue into the flatbreads that we're gonna make today. So, self-raising flour, these are like a semi-leavened flatbread. So leavened being the rising agent in there, just to make them a bit fluffy. Making flatbreads on a weeknight feels a little bit kind of worthy and smug, and to be honest, I'm not always doing that as well, but these are really, really, really quick. But you can always just buy these 2 hand-stretched flatbreads from Waitrose. They're absolutely delicious and will save you loads of legwork. Absolutely no guilt. It's exactly 160 grams of flour, weighed out by somebody else, and they put it back in the bag. It's Hollywood, baby. Yogurt. So what's nice about this? It's same. You can remember that. Anyone can remember that. Oh my God. Oh, please. So same weight of yogurt as flour. About right? Tiny bit more. This is so forgiving. If it's a bit dry, guess what? Add a bit more yogurt. If it's a bit wet, guess what? Add a bit more flour. Simple as that. So salt, a pinch, oil, just as a kind of a binder, and a little bit of luxury as well. Brewing it together. For a physical economy, I'm not going to need this on the work surface. I'm just going to do it in the bowl. I'm going to use Mother Nature's KitchenAid. When you're cooking with something with a high level of hydration in it, you get this spring rise effect. So when it's got lots of liquid inside it, that liquid starts getting hot and starts moving and takes whatever it's cooking with it, dough, bread, cakes and things like that. So that's why they always say like a wet dough is a good dough. Lovely. Just cover that with a cloth. I think the recipe says 20-minute rest. I have definitely rolled those out in about 10 minutes before when I'm in a rush. And you can leave that overnight as well if you should be so organized as that. So, sumac, onions. This is a lovely little quick salad. First of all, julienne, the onion, just a fancy word for fine slice. Follow the lines of the onion, that's how it breaks down. Gonna hit those straight away with some lemon juice and salt so they can start doing their work. These little juices are great. Are these available at John Lewis? It shouldn't be like salt, oh, it's an onion. It should be like, wow, that onion's way tastier than another onion I've had. Parsley, half a pack. Nice rough chop. I've just pre-chopped these tomatoes. I've saved all the juice and pips. I'm gonna use those later in something. Waste not, want not. This wants a little hit of Turkish pepper flakes. Sumac. Turkish pepper flakes, delicious, not too hot, a little bit smoky. I really love sumac. I'm having a bit of a sumac moment actually. Ooh, hello. It's a flower and it's super lemony. It always gets used just as like a sprinkle on stuff, but it's actually nice to really go in and for it to be like the main character. This just has a mix, and then the salt is gonna do its thing. Salt being a natural dehydrator, it's gonna pull moisture out of those onions and tomatoes and create a little bit of a dressing for it. She's beautiful. Onto the lamb. Lamb leg steaks. Leg steaks, perfect for this. They're kind of lean, which is what you want because you're gonna cook these super, super fast. We're actually going to dice these so we don't want loads of intramuscular fat like you get in a shoulder or something like that. Little tip, I always like to pat my meat dry a little bit, just helps it cook. And then just a pretty simple dice, chop it up, make it small. All our meat is grown on UK farms and Waitrose is first for animal welfare. This is a really fast cooked dish, so anything that feels a bit tough and like it's not going to get tender in less than 10 minutes, get rid of. Then apart from a couple of lemon wedges for later, I'm done with chopping now. So I'm going to get rid of my board, knife and wash my hands and then crack on. So, cumin and paprika, really classic combination. Oh my God. Waitrose sells loads of already delicious, put together spice mixes. Never be a slave to a recipe. This is about inspiration. A little bit more, I like cumin a lot. Salt, some olive oil. So we are almost prepped. I said this episode is all about yogurt. You make the wraps, you slice them up, make them look all pretty, but then they get drenched in this wicked yogurt with a bit of butter on it, and it really is a crowning glory. Ooh, that was nice, felt nice. Sorry. A little bit of raw garlic. Raw garlic is fantastic, but it can be a bit of a bully, like less is more. Grate it. Whoa. Tiny bit of salt. So I just want to slacken this off a little bit just because I want it to kind of dress over these lovely lamb rolled flatbreads that I'm going to make. So it just wants a splash of water. When I first had this at a restaurant in Dalston, it blew my mind. I really, really loved it. That's perfect. Right, okay. My mise en place is done, my prep. Look at this. All I need to do now is roll and cook my flatbreads. I'm going to get a pan onto heat. This is a one-pan dish, ladies and gentlemen. It's got about 20 bowls, but one pan. So that dough into 4. No need to weigh it. The rule of thumb, your bread can't be any bigger than your pan. Simple as that. So just roll it to the size of the middle of your pan. Nice move for rolling, especially like high hydration, relatively sticky doughs. After each move the dough and just make sure it's lubricated, make sure it's got a bit of flour in it. So it's not sticking, and if it does stick, unstick it. You want it nice and thin and fluffy. That's exactly the same size as the pan, which is pretty cool. And then we get it in. Doesn't matter if it wrinkles a little bit. We want that heat to really, really work, and we want bubbles, we want burnt kind of pocks and blisters. We'll have a little flip. That's going to puff up, and then those sides that were the kind of bubbles, they should catch and scorch and get really, really lovely. Cool. I like it. I mean, that's pretty handsome for a simple flatbread, right? I'm just going to cook the rest of those off. Once they're done, can start doing the lamb, then it's time to build the dish. Cover those just so they stay nice and kind of steamy and soft and happy. And then got my lamb, it's seasoned. It's sat there for a little bit. Might get in trouble for this. You know when you see a recipe and it says like marinate for half an hour? I think that's a load of nonsense, really. It's not going to do loads in half an hour. It's either kind of overnight, 4 hours or something like that, or just get the stuff on it and cook it. Fish, different kettle of fish. So get it in the pan, get it nice. Kind of kebab stuff and things can feel a little bit labour intensive and they need a lot of time to cook. But diced lamb like that, that's going to cook in about 5 to 6 minutes, super fast, which I love. Cooking it hot and hard locks in that flavour as well, which is what we want. If I'm stirring it and farting around all the time, I'm just knocking heat out the pan. It's not doing anything. I want it to develop that bark. I want it to really actually cook. Let the pan do the work. You can see there's no rawness on the outside. I know that's going to be done on the inside. The move they do in restaurants is they wipe the flatbread on the lamb just to pick up some of that extra juice and just kind of adds a little bit of luxury to it. So I'm just going to help that along with just an extra splash of olive oil to pick up those flavours. I'm going to turn that off now because that's nice and hot. Grab my flatbreads. Give it a really, really good rub in that lamb, just picking up those meat juices, absolutely fantastic. Look at that, beautiful. One of these is a really nice kind of lunch, maybe 2 for a dinner, maybe 3 if you're really hungry, maybe 4 or 5 if you're me. Lovely. Add your lamb. Whoops. Oh, delicious. And then obviously I'm not going to use all the lamb because this is for 4 wraps. There's just one more sneaky little move, which I really, really love, is this little flavoured butter sexy. So if you imagine that you didn't make your own flatbreads and you just bought some, this comes together so quickly, this dish. It's fantastic. Even doing the flatbreads, it's weeknightable, I reckon, just about. Whack of Turkish pepper flakes in there. Those tomato seeds and bits and pieces from earlier, extra flavour, a bit of interest. Lovely. Look at this beautiful salad here. I'll give this a little taste. Oh no, it's absolutely delicious. In we go. Just divide this across however many wraps you want to build. Salad like this, because it loves the maceration, this would sit overnight and be very happy. Roll them up. So for absolutely no reason other than it looks really pretty, we just chop this into a couple of pieces. My bread's broken a little bit, but it's going to get covered in yogurt, so it doesn't matter. The crowning glory, fantastic spiked Greek yogurt, just gives loads of luxury and a bit more interest. And that little splash of flavoured butter as well. Oh, it smells so good. A couple of lemon wedges just to squeeze as you go. Quite nice if you want to get really messy, pick it up and squeeze in each mouthful. A couple of these wicked pickled chilies, which I absolutely love. More is more. So good. And there you have it. That is my Tantouni-Inspired spiced lamb flatbreads. If you want to give this a try, pause now. These are all the ingredients I used to make these flatbreads. If I wasn't in company, I would just be picking this up, but I can't get food on my white t-shirt. What? That's delicious. Yogurt gets you first, chewy but fluffy flatbread, and then that deep, rich lamb. That's fantastic. Can't wait for you to have a go at this. I think it's really simple, really quick, just a bit different and absolutely delicious, most importantly. And don't forget to head to Waitrose.com if you want more fun ideas for what to do with Greek yogurt. Brilliant.